FarmBot today and help pioneer this new paradigm of farming. It's time to own your food.
So I wanted to talk a little bit about the Berkeley riots and the battle for Berkeley between Antifa and the whatever the pro-America crew there was. By the way, I'm the Antifa cowboy, so I have a dog in this fight. I'm sorry, the Antifa redneck, not the Antifa cowboy. I messed that up. I'm the Antifa redneck. Am I saying Antifa right? Am I offending a cisgender by not speaking properly? Anyway, I wanted to talk about that a little bit. I watched a few interviews and people said, this is the level of political discourse this country has now. People throwing bricks and pepper spraying each other in the streets. And people are talking about it, and it's interesting, I suppose. I mean, it's we're primates and we got those forward-facing eyes, and we need to look at the crazy things that the other primates do. It's just so fascinating, and the more drama the better, usually, right? So I get what's going on and why it's a news item and why everybody's talking about it. But the interesting parts of the discussion that I find myself kind of coming back to is that the level of political discourse right now. I think that's an incredibly shameful way to describe what's happened here in this country. Okay? Let's zoom out a little bit on this. They're talking about the political discourse between a few out-of-work, younger people on both sides going out into the street and having a fist fight because they're so politically confused in a society where all media is just full of lies all day. I mean, when I watch the corporate news channels sometimes, which I never do, but if I'm in the airport and it's playing, or if I'm at the gas pump and I see it, they're trying to give me their little advertisements and corporate news boost at these commercial venues. When I watch that little bit, it's just 100% false. It's not like 99% false, it's not 99.5% false, it's 100% false. The narrative is false, what has occurred according to them is false, who's to blame, why, the context that fits in legally, and regarding like people's safety and things of, fundamental and important issue, none of that is even mentioned, or if it is mentioned, it's completely misrepresented. And it's so obvious why. We haven't had any kind of representational democracy for decades. JFK got shot in the face. Boom. Lyndon Johnson was probably involved. He's already been, posthumously indicted by the grand jury or whatever. I mean, the jig's up on that. We're talking about 60 years ago. LBJ was definitely a criminal. And he took over the White House after a suspicious murder of who was there, And it's been insane ever since. Every single president has been an absolute fraud. A media speaking piece, a puppet, a corporate organized media job. That's what every president has been since JFK got shot. And in some cases, they're just getting worse and worse over time. I mean, look at Obama. Look at Bush Jr. I mean, you mean to tell me these guys weren't doing exactly whatever Goldman Sachs wanted the entire time? Or whatever corporation, Monsanto, right? Whatever corporation you want to put in there. Those are the two that I particularly loathe. Goldman Sachs and Monsanto. But you could easily substitute Citibank and Exxon or Lockheed as other corporations that basically dictate everything that every president has done since JFK got shot in the face. And there's no elections now. Those little digital machines, boop, 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 boop. You might as well stay home and watch internet porn. That's how much you're doing going on the little digital machines voting for your one of two corporate candidates. Are you kidding me? Look what happened to Ron Paul in 2012 at the RNC. Ron Paul had massive support, massive public support. He was pulling huge crowds because he had a message that everybody agreed with that was correct. And, they completely shut him down through fraud. The little, we're going to take in an oral vote, you know what I mean? And, all those in favor, aye. And there's some ayes, All those in favor, nay. Nay. The ayes have it. The ayes have it, motherfucker. Ron Paul's out. You get to vote for Mitt fucking Romney. Who wants Mitt Romney? Nobody. Nobody but Wall Street and a few Mormons wants Mitt Romney. Worst choice ever. Ron Paul would have slammed Obama to the pavement. As somebody who's genuine, educated, and has a much more distinguished career in public service, frankly. But no, you get Mitt fucking Romney. Are you kidding me? Fast forward a little bit, 2016, right? I don't really like Bernie Sanders. I thought he was a fraud from the beginning, and the way he endorsed Hillary Clinton, I'm sorry, but I think I've been proven correct. Fraud from the beginning, as I suspected. He says what people want to hear. He does it in the right way, to the right demographics, for the right reasons. Everybody's feeling it. They got the heart. They're feeling the burn. They really like this guy. They think, and here's another guy with a distinguished career. Would have cleaned Trump's clock. Cleaned it. Cleaned his clock. Bernie Sanders would have swept Trump under two carpets. But then, of course, he just throws it right at the end. And what happens again at the DNC in 2016? This is similar fraud to what happened to Ron Paul, a little bit different. With Ron Paul, they just did this obvious oral vote that was like completely... Are you kidding me? The nays were so much louder anyway. Are they using a decibel meter? Because I think if they would have applied any science to that situation, the nays would have had it, It was pretty obvious to me watching the YouTube video. Not that I was there. That can be misrepresented. That's the thing. This corporate media, it's all lies. All of it. Your presidents are fake. Your school books, most of those are fake. Fucking land bridge. We can test genes now. We know where these people came from. Fucking land bridge. They're still teaching that in schools. Somewhere. Yeah. It's 2017, people. You're using Windows. So the NSA can just hear and see everything you do. You can't even get off fucking Windows and get into Linux. Linux is so easy now. It's 3 times easier than Windows because Windows keeps fucking it up with the new product that nobody wants. Windows 10? Are you shitting me? It's almost as bad as like some of the previous Windows that nobody wanted. We didn't even want Windows 7. They should have just fucking fixed XP and updated XP and kept XP going and quit fucking changing the fucking menu. Nobody wants it. Windows XP had a fine menu. It worked great. Everybody got used to it. Video cut out there for a second because I was running out of memory because I hadn't uploaded recently. I just took care of that. The Democrats have fucked you for just as long. Neither of these corporate parties are going to do anything for you or your family or any of the small businesses that your communities rely on to survive. They don't give a fuck. They do whatever the corporations want. Then they go work for the corporations on some revolving door, high-paid job of bullshit. And then they go direct straight to work for the FDA, the EPA, the CDC, whatever. All of these agencies are so hugely corrupt with corporate people coming in and out and just exchanging high-wage job titles in order to exact whatever the corporate plan is for your corporate fucking government. Everything is owned in this country by the 0.0001%. People talk about the Rothschilds and the Rockefellers. These are real families who own trillions, quadrillions. an incredible amount of money, of businesses, influence, power. You know, and you don't think they don't chair the boards of these large corporations and tell those how to work, and then work with the Trilateral Commission and make, you know, world policy at the federal level? You think these people aren't doing that? You think they don't have the money? I mean, why is Henry Kissinger in every Oval Office? You really think there's this huge fucking difference between Obama and Bush? Same drones, same war, same shitty economy, same corruption, same media bullshit. You know? Yeah, Trump's gonna make America great again? Are you kidding me? Trump's in with the money as much as any previous president. I mean, he's a corporate dude. He had a reality show. You think he's not a fucking actor? I mean, you just think Reagan wasn't an actor? At this point, looking back on it, looking at what we know about the Reagan administration, is it clear that Reagan was pretty much an actor or some kind of puppet, and that in reality, George Bush Sr., who's a crazy, insane, psychotic criminal, if you actually do any study of modern history whatsoever, you think that Reagan was really calling the shots and not George Bush Sr., former head of the CIA, future president, future dad of two-term president with a different media job that was more successful because his media job sucked. He was good at everything else. He's good at the corporate control, the blackmail, the assassinations. He's good at all that. Good at all the rigged accounting and savings and loan scandal ripoffs. Oh wait, that was his kids. Yeah, they're stellar individuals too. Those Bush kids, they're even better. But that's our choices for president. You get reality star 1, Donald, shitneck, orange head, small hands, incredibly obnoxious, self-aggrandizing, just asshole of a corporate douchebag, right? That's your one choice. And on the other choice, you get Hillary Clinton, who has her fingers in every dirty pie you can possibly imagine, including, you know, breaking constitutional law in order to sell uranium to Russia. I mean, people are talking about Trump and Russia like it's this huge fucking deal because one of his cabinet members like had a meeting on the phone with some Russian guy, and maybe there was something shady there. Maybe it should have been recorded, and maybe all of our government should be recorded all the time. How about instead of our government recording us via Alexa for their corporate tie-in bullshit, how about instead of that, we listen to the government, all of it. We listen to them take a shit if we want. Doesn't that seem like a better way to spend our money on surveillance than the NSA or the CIA or the Mossad or wherever else we're spending these trillions and quadrillions of dollars per hour for some of these wars? In some of these war zones, we are spending unimaginable amounts of money every minute to keep those wars going, to promote a new generation of terrorists pissed off about who had been bombed before by robots. Of all the cowardly ways to attack another nation that we shouldn't have anything to do with, we're using fucking robots. Not even robots that we can like remote control from over the ridge. Robots that we remote control from the back parking lot of a Pizza Hut in Nevada. Just drone missiles. And, by the way, these drone missiles are $56 million a piece for some of these models. How much was the fucking mother of all bombs? How much have we spent on the entire program? How many have we used in war? How much is that bomb currently worth? Should we be using that bomb? I mean, do you think that's an ethical choice to use a bomb that's so big that you pretty much know you're going to kill some grandma somewhere making hummus? Yeah, we're making America real great again. We're draining the swamp again. I haven't heard fucking shit. I haven't heard Trump say shit about Pizzagate. He's a fucking coward. He's a fucking orange little... He's not orange, he's fucking yellow. That's what fucking Trump is. all the Haitian slave trade that Bill and Hillary Clinton are involved in? Are you kidding me? Like, that doesn't, like, okay, oh, Pizzagate's not real, but also, side note, we caught their fucking girl with, you know, robbing a fucking orphanage in Haiti, and Bill flew down to bail her out. Also did it in other third world countries like North Korea before. Maybe that's why Kim Jong-un's trying to send a fucking missile over here. You know? He's like, yeah, you stole like 50 orphans in 1983 for some pederast party at the fucking White House. You know? It's like, what the fuck? No. I don't think Trump's gonna make America great again. And I wasn't feeling the burn. I haven't been feeling any of this corporate media bullshit. And if you have, you need to wake up and red pill yourself in whatever way you need to. Because the billions of dollars we're spending on missiles, robotically fucking piloted missiles, robotic fucking kamikazes is what we're sending. Robotic kamikazes. And that's going to get worse. You know? The robotic kamikazes that we probably already have now in testing are far more lethal than anything we can possibly imagine. With the billion-dollar black budgets? You kidding me? The next time there's an all-out war, it's going to be fucking crazy. And so I have to wonder about the efficacy of, say, a $4 billion B-2 stealth bomber. Like, what are we getting for that price tag? How useful is it? Is it even the kind of weapon we can use against the enemies that we should actually be afraid of technologically? I don't know. I don't get... Mother of all bombs. You fucking kidding me? We should be, if we're gonna spend money as a society, if federal tax and all this shit, if this is even a system we should even have, which is debatable constitutionally, frankly. And I think we should repeal the 16th Amendment. But that's just me, armchair quarterbacking it. I might not be the world's greatest expert on constitutional law, but from where I'm sitting, there's some real bullshit that's gone on, and chicanery in our financial systems, the way that they're rigged, against whom they're rigged, and for what reasons. And we're taking taxpayer money. We're robbing the poorest people in the country, hardworking Americans. You know, the Rockefellers, they got a fucking loophole probably. They're probably not even going to pay as much, percentage-wise, as fucking, you know, Nathaniel Hawthorne, young fucking struggling black kid who works at a Pizza Hut in Ohio somewhere. You know what I mean? He's probably paying more taxes than David Rockefeller was. Percentage-wise. He's probably not even making ends meet and still paying taxes. You kidding me? I mean, who the fuck should we be taxing, really? If we're taxing that dude, maybe we're spending too much, and we just need to figure out how to not spend so much money. But if we are going to spend money on something, I don't think it should be the mother of all bombs, making friends and enemies all over the world by exterminating a region of people. I think it should be through some kind of technological investment. You know, what if we said, okay, instead of a B-2 bomber, we're going to give everybody in this county of this state an electric dirt bike? What would that look like if you actually pretended that was a military asset? So like, look, you get the free dirt bike, but you got to come out on the weekend and ride this course, maybe shoot a few guns. You know, how much is that going to cost compared to a stealth bomber? And don't you think that would be more fun? Don't you think more people would sign up for that? Especially if they could get out of paying taxes altogether. You want to talk about reserves? Say, hey, look, we give you a sweet-ass gun, we give you a sweet-ass dirt bike, right? And on the weekends, like, you know, every other month or every month, you know, once a month, something not too frequent, you come out and you ride your dirt bike and you shoot a bunch. Beats paying taxes, don't it? Beats B-2 stealth bombers where we can't even like look at the budget, know anything about it at all. It's just we just give them huge piles of cash and just it's black budget. Just, you do whatever you guys want. You do whatever you want.
People believe in UFOs. Why? You really think us butt-fucking primates are that fucking interesting? Unlikely, more likely these black budget programs can make crazy vehicles you can't even imagine. Here's one for you. I mean, have you seen, here's a red pill for you. Have you seen Project Silverbug? Because it looks a lot like a spaceship, and it's got a diagram that makes a lot of engineering sense to me on how exactly it operates. Much like a motorcycle has superior performance in some ways to cars because of its power to weight ratio, largely, you can have a similar thing by employing multiple jet engines, especially if you have high temperature ceramics that are capable of funneling those multiple jet engines into the same vector in some angles. Maybe in other angles they help with steering and stuff. But I mean, we're talking about craft that pre-1950, at least on paper, definitely went past Mach 2. Went to the edge of the atmosphere and quick. Do you have one of those in your backyard? Do you sign up to have one of those and not pay taxes? Because we're spending a shit pile of money to make big booms and blow up people's grandma in fucking Afghanistan so we can import a little bit more heroin. And that just doesn't make a lot of business sense to me. So, in 2020, you're going to get to have another presidential election, and I'm going to give you the choice. You can go Democrat, you can go Republican, or you can go fucking other. Any other. It doesn't matter. Vote for the crazy guy with the KFC bucket on his head. It doesn't fucking matter. It's going to be better than fucking Hillary Clinton, who was the worst candidate ever presented to the American people. Including recent felony-worthy wiping of a server after a subpoena. Including recent one of those. And that's just scratching like the bare, that's not even brushing on the arm hair of the criminalism of the Hillary Clinton money-making juggernaut. Alright, well, that's 3 videos I'm going to have to paste together into one, including one with kind of shitty video, because I kept running out of memory on my other device. Now everybody knows. You know, the NSA knows, the CIA knows, fucking whatever the Chinese version of the NSA knows. There's probably a local guy, you know, he's got a feed, and it's his job to record vloggers in the US, because that's probably a better way to spend money than a B-2 stealth bomber, honestly. Oh, we send them a smart TV. We listen to every damn conversation. Woo! Yeah, NSA, CIA, let's give them black budgets too. Let's see what they end up recording. Let's see how that goes. And then one of them gets pissed, you know. No, you gotta move to another country, hide in the Russian embassy. Or get locked up in that embassy. In the case of Julian Assange, he's been on lockdown for many years now, political prisoner. They're not gonna let him out. That WikiLeaks motherfucker. out of the whole Pizzagate thing. Are you kidding me? Woo, motherfucker. You better stay in that embassy. God bless you, but you better stay in that fucking embassy. I was going to wear a different hat. I didn't want to be just a one hat guy. But then I realized I was going to bring out this pistol and put it here and talk about the Second Amendment for a minute. But then I realized none of that matters. Much more important is that instead of investing in more weaponry, whether it's the mother of all bombs or handguns or, you know, knives or any kind of weaponry at all, really, I think we should be investing in FarmBot. As a culture, as a society, as individuals, as families, as small government agencies, we should all be having a FarmBot and growing some kind of heirloom edible foods in our region.
When presented with the current food production system, one cannot look past how broken it is. We have surrendered our knowledge and control
over how our food is being produced. And as a result, we're destroying our health and the environment. It's a shame. We're here to change that.
3 years ago, I had an idea for a new paradigm of food production. The idea lies at the intersection of automation, the open source DIY maker movement, and small-scale polycrop farming. And over the last 3 years, a small, dedicated team and I have been working to make this idea a reality. Introducing FarmBot Genesis, humanity's first open source CNC farming machine. FarmBot moves around in the XYZ space, day and night, 7 days a week, growing food for you, just the way you want it to be grown. FarmBot precisely sows seeds in any pattern and density you want, and then waters them efficiently, the exact amount that each plant needs based on its type, its age, soil conditions, the local weather, and your growing preferences. FarmBot can grow a wide variety of crops all in the same area at the same time, while each plant is cared for individually in an optimized, automated way. By growing many types of plants at once, your garden will benefit from the natural advantages of polycropping and crop rotation, while you and your family gain from a healthy and varied diet. Using the onboard camera and advanced computer vision software, FarmBot diligently monitors your garden, detects weeds as soon as they emerge, and then buries them under the soil. With the soil sensor, FarmBot can show you how your garden changes over time, enabling smarter, more efficient farming with each passing season. With FarmBot, your garden will flourish, your plants will thrive, and you will gain access to fresh food grown right in your backyard with the practices that you believe in.
You control and configure FarmBot using a powerful web-based interface, so no coding is required to grow food. With the Sequence Builder and Scheduler, you combine the most basic operations of FarmBot into custom sequences for seed injection, watering, and even whole regimens for taking care of a plant throughout its life. The drag-and-drop Farm Designer allows you to graphically design the layout of your plants for a game-like experience that's fun, fast, and easy. You simply press the Synchronize button, and FarmBot does the rest.
FarmBot's hardware is designed for easy assembly and modification. With the included tools, you will assemble FarmBot to a size that suits your needs, and because everything is made from corrosion-resistant aluminum, stainless steel, and 3D printed plastic, your FarmBot will work for years out in the elements. We spent months prototyping the universal tool mounting system, allowing FarmBot to automatically switch tools for the task at hand. It provides 12 electrical connections, 3 liquid or gas lines, and magnetic coupling to support any tool you can imagine. So far, we've developed the seed injector, watering nozzle, soil sensor, and weeding tools to cover the basics of food production.
FarmBot's core electronics include the Raspberry Pi computer, the Arduino Mega microcontroller, and a ramp shield. Combined with powerful NEMA 17 stepper motors and rotary encoders, tools are reliably positioned within millimeter accuracy.
And our flexible hardware and software platform is ready for you to modify and expand upon FarmBot's abilities. Want to design your own tools? Go right ahead. Need FarmBot to control lights? That's easy. Inspired to go off-grid with solar power and collected rain? It's already been done, and we can show you how to do it.
And the most important feature of all is that FarmBot is 100% open source.
All of our software, hardware plans, 3D CAD models, and documentation is free for you to download and improve upon. We've written step-by-step assembly instructions, documented past versions of the hardware, and even set up a community wiki and forum for collaboration. In the last year alone, we've seen independent replications of FarmBot all across the globe by teams and individuals and companies small and large. Now we want you to join us. We're looking for inventors, garage tinkerers, hackers, and DIY food enthusiasts to dive in with us and help grow this exciting new technology platform. FarmBot Genesis is 1.5 meters wide and 3 meters in length. It's perfect for getting started in a small space. The kit is fully weatherproof and can be placed outdoors, in a greenhouse, or even on a rooftop. With your support, we'll be able to manufacture and distribute these kits at an affordable price, continue building software features, and openly research and develop FarmBot technology with you.